Let's be honest, 2020 has been a bit of a tough year to say the least, so it can be nice to unwind, relax, and escape away to something a little bit more whimsical. And if there's one thing that Game Company do well, it's whimsical. Ahoy there, Captain Benzie here, coming at you with a video for Sky, Children of Light, the latest game from ThatGameCompany, and available on Android and iOS. Links to download it are, of course, in the description below. Now before we glide into this one, if you enjoy the video, let me know by hitting like on it, and consider subscribing to the channel for all things mobile gaming. Let me know what you'd like to see me cover in future content, either by commenting down below, or on the various social media channels along the bottom of the screen. Alright, let's talk about Sky, Children of Light. On starting the game, it's immediately obvious that, like ThatGameCompany's 2012 masterpiece Journey, you're playing something very different to the norm here. There are no weapons, no attack button, no enemies, no reloading, just an achingly beautiful vista spread out before you and a brief tutorial to explain how to move, the importance of lighting candles and collecting light, and how to use the light stored in your cape to fly. You're given an introduction to the game's backstory, and you're told that you must return the spirits of the stars to the sky, and that's it. You're then left to find your own path. It's no subtlety that your character appears like a child, as it's with childlike wonder and curiosity that you set out into the world of Sky. You're given no hard directions, no go here and do that, no sparkling trail of collectible coins to follow. Often, there are large structures whose silhouettes dominate the distant skyline, which captivate you like a moth drawn to a flame and act as the game's subtle guideposts. But Sky, it wants you to explore each environment to the fullest. Players who rush through an area will not find all of the spirits in that area's constellation. Each spirit has its own little story to tell too. When you first encounter them, you'll need to follow a glittering trail of starlight to uncover their memories, and finding spirits awards players with new cosmetic items like hairstyles and capes, or heartwarming new gestures. These little gestures are used in the game's multiplayer features. As you explore the serenely captivating worlds of Sky, you will encounter other players, and whilst you can explore most of Sky alone, it is these interactions that bring a delightful charm to the game. Like in Journey, players are not able to communicate directly, only by chirping song-like at each other, or with those emotive gestures. Players are not even made aware of each other's names, and instead you're asked to bestow a name upon any friends that you make. Interactions are as much or as little as you wish to make of them. You can lead each other to hidden spirits, simply sing together, or even hold hands and head off into the unknown. Some puzzles do require multiple players to work together, usually something as simple as lighting 2 candles at once, but at no point does any of this feel gated. Journeying with impromptu new friends just feels natural, and if you don't actually add them to your friends list and name them, well, there are often other players around to assist unwittingly, as you all share that same common goal. Each of Sky's environments are evocative, emotional, and unique. The opening deserts and grassy islands drifting in the clouds feel welcoming and warm, full of the promise of hidden beauty if you will to explore. And skipping through the grass and sliding down sand dunes in search of spirits feels almost childlike and gleeful. Later on, the hidden forest brings a soothing rain of melancholy and sorrow that asks players to recharge and dry off in pockets of light, but eventually clears up into a hopeful bloom of warmth and colour. This is something that Sky manages to do incredibly well. When I'm using words like evocative and emotional, it's because Sky really does something special, and it grips your emotions so subtly and so poignantly. Even the spirits themselves, when uncovered, will tell their stories in silent mime. Some of these are heartbreaking and heavy, making the final gentle touch that sends them home to the stars almost cathartic. Others are more jovial and playful. There are even minimalistic cutscenes spread throughout the world too, often introducing new areas or telling the deeper stories of the lost spirits. Many of these carry some heavy emotional weight. They sound tired and weary, providing a sharp contrast to your character's chirpy melody. The truth of Sky's world is left very much up to interpretation, but it is a story that you're meant to feel and to let resonate in you, rather than one that you can just explain, write down, or post to a wiki. This, in essence, is Sky. It's less a game with its absence of points and scores, enemies and trials to overcome, and it's more an experience that has to be felt to be truly understood. It has strong themes of healing, of hope, and of recovery, and it's almost meditative in its delivery, with its bright and powerful imagery and its swooping and delightful score. Importantly, Sky is free to download and can be played start to finish without ever needing to touch an in-game purchase. These simply give faster access to the in-game currency that's used in turn to buy cosmetics. They never feel intrusive. Sky can be played in short bursts or in large chunks, but it's the kind of experience that players should immerse themselves in, and it offers a perfect escape from the stresses and worries of reality. Right now, when the weight of the world feels heavy on our shoulders, we need more games like Sky, and this is one that I really cannot recommend fully enough. Sky, like Journey before it, is a charming and emotional adventure throughout, and it is so unique as to demand that everyone experience it at least once. Give it a download and let me know your thoughts below. Happy sailing, and see you in the clouds.